Hallelujah, hallelujah. All praise, glory, and honor to the Most High, owner, creator, and possessor of all things. In the name and glory of his only begotten beloved Son, the Holy Messiah, who's currently sitting at his right hand right now as we speak. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
All praise. Y'all see the title, man. Images and Archaeology of Ancient Israelites. This is kind of some Israelite 101, but that's good, man. It's always good to get back to the basics as well. We don't know how many new followers or believers, you understand, are present amongst us, so it'd be good to revisit these topics, even though a lot of us already know. Honor and Humility STL, Sect of the Nazarene, Melchizedek Order STL, House of Zion Homeschool, Fourth Tribe, Static Attic, Melchizedek Media, all of the above, man. I'm your brother Malachi Maccabee. To my left, I got our brother
Ruben Ben Israel. What's going on, family?
Brother Ruben. Then we got our Ak from out of town in the building.
Get in.
Yeah,
Shalom, Israel.
That's our Ak. Y'all can introduce who are you, brother? Who are you? Let them know.
Yakanan Ben Israel, Greenville, Georgia, country bread or whatever. You can get at me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? That's the only platform I'm on. I don't really indulge into social media. So Yakanan Ben Israel on Facebook.
Yeah.
Shalom, family.
Shalom. Yahoo. Son of fire, I ain't forgot about you either, Hebrew. Please forgive you, brother. It's been hectic lately. Surreal, what it do, Hebrew? Corey Moore, Terrell, Josh Collins, J.A. Judas, Shalom, Amonatez Boo, T.T. Ursh, Gladstone, Jamie Morrison, Shalom, Kendrick Wright, Peace, brothers. It's all good. So look, we gonna get into this real quick. I need Genesis 42. We're gonna show Israel. We're gonna show Israel and ancient Egypt. Genesis 42 with Joseph. Not Joseph. And then we got a few books as well. These are not comic books. These are books you can actually go order. This right here is called Picture History of Jewish Civilization. It's by Chartwell Books. Let me go ahead and pull the title page out. Y'all can see what's really going on here. Y'all can order this for yourselves. Picture History of Jewish Civilization. Feel me? It was put out by Chartwell Books, Inc. Look that up on Amazon or whatever. We're going to get into a few images in some of these books we got cracking. That way you can understand, because I know a lot of people be thinking, it's cute y'all read the Bible now, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of Negroes with Bibles, but now when we say this is your history, literally it is your history. So-called black man, woman, and child of America. Victims of the transatlantic slave trade scattered to the four corners of the earth. This is your history, man. Understand? So you can prove you Israelite with the scriptures, come on with it. We even got archaeology. Even for you naysayers that say, where are the tombs of your prophets? As if you know where your great-grandfather buried at. As if you know where your great-great-grandfather, as if you know where your grandfather was buried at that got off the ship. Then you want to run and say, what the Israelite tombs there? Well, we got them too. All right, so we just wanted to breeze through. It's going to be a real quick lesson because I got to get out here and go to the slavery or the plantation.
Yeah.
But we want to show based off scripture and then based off research. Feel me? And this is not even deep research. This is light. Based off research, we are the people. So I want to thank y'all for y'all prayers and support. Let's get it cracking. Now, Genesis 42. Let's do like verses 1 through 11. Let's show Joseph in Egypt. Now, a little bit of research. Anybody know that the ancient Egyptians were very dark-skinned people? They're Hamitic. They come from Noah's son Ham. Their Hebrew name is Mitzrayim. You understand? So anybody with a little bit, or if you like Egypt, if you don't like what's said, Kemet, they call it Kemet, Egypt, Mitzrayim, however you want to call it. You understand? Northeast Africa, where the Nile River is at. You understand? That place right there is still on the continent of Africa to this very day. The ancient Egyptians, no matter what way you try to slice it, were people of color, dark-skinned people. Very dark down to light skin. You understand? So we're going to go show some comparisons between Israelites and Egyptians and many other nations. All right, so let's get it out. Genesis 42.
Genesis chapter 42, verse 1.
Yeah, all you naysayers, take notes. Take notes. I know y'all think this is cute. Israelites, you understand, read the Bible now. As if we ain't did our research, you understand? We into archaeology, we into all that, man. Every type of research, language, everything. You feel me? And everything lines right up with the scripture. All right. So Genesis 42, right?
Genesis chapter 42, verse 1.
Yeah.
Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do ye look one upon another? And he said, behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt.
There is corn where?
In Egypt.
There's corn in Egypt. Come on.
Get you down thither and buy for us from thence.
See, so it was a drought. It was a worldwide drought back then. You understand? Now, just to bring you up to speed, Joseph, the son of Jacob, was already conspired against by his brethren, his older brothers, and they sold him into slavery into Egypt. This is before Israel came as a nation into Egypt as slaves or fell into bondage in Egypt. Joseph was there. All right. So Joseph is already in Egypt, been in jail, been raised up out of jail to be second in command in Egypt. Jacob tells his sons, go down into Egypt and get corn because there's no food nowhere, right? But in Egypt. Okay, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
That we may live and not die.
Yeah.
And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brother. For he said, lest peradventure mischief befall him.
He like, look, I'm not sending my youngest boy. You understand? Jacob had 4 wives. Rachel gave birth to 2 sons for Jacob, Joseph and Benjamin. Now, being that Joseph already, he believed Joseph is dead at this point. So he refuses to send his youngest son with them. Y'all go on down there and y'all go see what's up with this corn. Leave Benjamin back, though. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And say, and the son, verse 5, and the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came from the famine. It says, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land.
So Joseph, Hebrew, a son of Jacob, is the governor over the land of Kemet. For all you Hotep brothers, Kemet, right? Hebrew was second in command over this land. Had he not had the wisdom of the Most High, or the Most High delivered him the wisdom, Egypt wouldn't have been in a position to provide food to the world on a worldwide scale, being there was a worldwide drought. All right, come on, Hebrew.
And it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him.
Now, these are Joseph's brothers. They come and bow to Joseph, but they don't know it's Joseph. Now, just right here is one window or a peek into the skin color and description of the ancient Israelites, because all these men are sons of Jacob, all 10 of his brothers and Joseph himself. Now, if they are so-called blind Caucasoids, as you know them today, you understand? If they're the people that's over in the land right now, if they look like them, then why didn't his brothers recognize Joseph? Say the argument was, well, that's because Joseph was dressed up like an Egyptian. Okay, I give you that. Joseph had to be dressed like an Egyptian, but when it gets down to what he looks like, his physical characteristics, even if you dress like an Egyptian, you understand? If you look like Steven Spielberg, you're gonna stick out like what? A sword thumb. You see that? So all praises, glory, and honor. This right here shows you that ancient Israel, on a physical level, on a physical skin tone level, must look something like these so-called ancient Egyptians. Would have to. You understand? Because if not, the 10 white sons, Caucasian sons of Jacob, would have recognized their one Caucasian brother who they were bound to in a land full of black Hamitic Egyptians. You see that? They bowing to him and don't even know it's him. Not just because he's in Egyptian garment, because of his physical features. Because the ancient Hebrews, in which who we descend from, you feel me? The ancient Hebrews and the ancient Egyptians on a physical level don't look too much different. You understand? They definitely both are dark-skinned people. You see? So if you put a Hebrew in an Egyptian garment, he could pass for what? An Egyptian. I'll give you an example. Hold that, give me Acts 21. We come right back there. Give me Acts 21, 37 through 40. It's not a game. It's not a game, man. See, the biggest conspiracy The biggest cover-up is you are direct descendants of the prophets. You are the chosen line and chosen seed of the God that created heaven and earth. You understand? That's the biggest secret ever. And they don't want you thinking like that. You feel me? Now you're thinking in a vibration of running things, ruling things, and not like I just run my little street over here with the Crips and the Bloods, or I just run my own little business. You understand? Nah, like you a principality, you are Israel, you were meant to rule the earth. You see? That's why it's a big mix-up. I know some of y'all watch some of the videos. They come out with a lot of new biblical videos or whatever, and it vexes your spirit. It still does mine in a sense. When I see heathens playing our people,
no doubt,
it vexes you. You be like, why they steal? But that's not their job. Their job ain't to come all the way out with it. You feel me? They'll throw subliminals behind it. But based off the scriptures and based off a little bit of history, man, a little bit of research, you will come to find that what we are telling you is beyond true today. All right, may the Most High bless you, my brother, 12 Tribes athlete. Y'all see what that said right there? That say the Hebrews in the biblical period. You see that? That's from the 19th dynasty in Egypt. If I ain't mistaken, around the time we end up coming up out of that by 19th dynasty. That said the Hebrews of the biblical period. Look like the brother got a wave cap on or something, don't it?
Straight up.
Ain't nothing new with your spirit. You know that, right? Hebrews of the biblical period. That's page 9 of Picture History of Jewish Civilization. Now, why would the white man, who's supposed to be a Jew, I'm talking about opening like right out the gate, he know this ain't him, but he know you ain't gonna go look. You want to hide something from a black man? What they say, put it in the book. A Negro don't think he got nothing to do with Israel or the Jews or the Hebrews. So when he sees things like that, he walk right past it. No. But there's no such thing as an ancient white Jew or Israelite. This is a brother on the pyramid walls. You understand? And right here it says a Shemitic prisoner. Shem. You know, Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. This brother right here is not an Egyptian. He's a captive of the Egyptians. Who were the slaves in Egypt? Working hard like a Hebrew slave. Well, this is one of the brothers right here. It says a Shemitic prisoner. Again, this is page 9 of Picture History of Jewish Civilization. A Shemitic prisoner painted on terracotta from the period of the 19th dynasty. You can find this in the museums. The heathen steal everything. You can find this in the museums in Louvre, Paris, to this very day. The whole world know, man. It ain't like this is just cute that you read in the Bible now. Like we done did the research, man. And we can say without batting an eye, without stuttering, that we are direct descendants of the 12 lost tribes, the biblical Israelites. Without batting an eye, it's just the truth. All right. So Acts 21. I start around verse 37.
Acts 21 and verse 37.
Yeah.
It say, and as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek?
They blew his mind. Paul was a brother that spoke more than one language. You understand? We like to call him bilingual, but he probably spoke more than 2 languages, you dig? So he was a man that spoke several languages. So it blew his mind he could speak Greek, right? All right, go ahead.
You say, "Art not thou that Egyptian?"
Aren't you an Egyptian? This is what the captain of the guard is asking Paul. Threw him off. He thinking the whole time he looking at this man that he's an Egyptian. He speak Greek to him. He like, dang, you can speak Greek? I thought you was an Egyptian. Huh? Come on, Hebrew.
They say, which before these days made in an uproar and leadest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. Yeah, so that's the same thing. That's what he's saying, but he classifying him as an Egyptian right there. Though.
Yeah, he's like, ain't you old boy that he confusing Paul with somebody else. But you can't confuse Steven Spielberg for being an Egyptian. You feel like them cats they had playing Pharaoh back during the 10 Commandments. Yul Brynner and them. Yul Brynner and Edward G. Robinson and all them. You understand? You can't mistake them for being an Egyptian. They don't look like Egyptians. Egyptians are a Hamitic people. You understand? Descend from Ham's son Mitzrayim. You know today is Egypt Or for the brothers is into that Kemet madness, you say Kemet. All right? Same spot though. Or not thou that Egyptian. What else you say,
It say in 39. But Paul said, I am a man, which am a Jew.
Am a who?
A Jew.
So he's like, no, I'm not no Hamite. I descend from Shem. I'm a Jew. So how is it that this chief captain mistook Paul being an Egyptian, which is a dark-skinned nation?
No.
How he mistake this Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, this Jew, from being an Egyptian? You see? See, so that's Joseph in the Old Testament being mistaken for an Egyptian by his blood brothers. And there's a chief captain in the book of Acts who thought Paul was an Egyptian. But in both cases, they both were Israelites, sons of Jacob. Crystal clear. You see what I'm saying? Crystal clear. Look, Joseph and Paul come out the same bloodline, or at least the same tribe. I mean, the same nation. Paul's a Benjamite, you understand? And Joseph was the son of Jacob, the progenitor of the tribe of Joseph, or Ephraim and Manasseh and all that. You understand? But regardless, they come out of Jacob. Now, both of these men, Old Testament and New Testament times, are being mistaken for a dark-skinned nation called Egyptians. How is that possible? He said, I'm a Jew. Right? What else to say? Jews don't look like Egyptians. You realize that, right? All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 40. It said, when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue, saying.
See, because Paul's a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. He out the kingdom of Judah. So the crowd, he's defending himself at trial. So he has to speak to his people in the language they can understand. So he spoke in what? Hebrew. But he just spoke to the guard in Greek who thought he was an Egyptian. He said, no, man, I'm a Jew.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm out the kingdom of Judah.
That's hard.
You got something you want to say, Al?
No, but that was it. You know what you just said. It's hard, though. Bro went straight from being mistaken as an Egyptian. But I spoke the language that you speak so I could get in and speak to my own. That was hard. That was hard how it even came. You know what I'm saying? For him to have that understanding. Right now, we don't even have that understanding.
Yeah.
You go in the store and you speak another's language. You know what I'm saying? We hear another language and we are illiterate to it.
All praise. Let's get back to Genesis 42. Because as we see, Joseph's 10 brothers do what? They bow to him. They bow to him thinking he an Egyptian. Not knowing it's their brother they sold in slavery decades earlier. You see? All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
We're in this verse 6, 42.
Genesis 42 and verse 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna reread that. I'm gonna reread that verse 6. It's saying Joseph was the governor over the land, and he it was that sold all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth.
That's powerful. That's powerful, man. They come and they show obeisance or bow to him, face to the earth, right? And don't forget, back in Genesis 37, Joseph had that dream.
No doubt.
He had a dream of the sun, moon, and stars bowing to him, right? And then his dad, Jacob, checked him over. Just Genesis 37, read like 1 through 17. Jacob checked him on it, but then later on said, like he considered the dream, like that boy didn't have a dream. But Jacob knew, he said, shall me, your mother, and your brothers bow before you? He knew that the vision he had about the heavens, you understand? The sun, moon, and stars bowing to him was symbolic for his family bowing to him. You understand? And we see it playing out right here in Genesis, the 42nd chapter. After that, he was sold into slavery and everything. Then he raised up, and now he's right here where he's saving the world. All right? And his brothers come and bow before him, not knowing that's like he's of their kindred. All right? Go ahead, Op, let's get it.
And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them.
Yeah.
But made himself strange unto them, and spoke roughly unto them. And he said to them, whence come ye?
Whence? Where you come from? All right, go ahead.
And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food. And Joseph knew his brother, but they knew not him. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them.
They didn't so he recognized his brothers, but they didn't recognize him. All right, changed up his voice, spoke a little rough to him. You understand? Now, remind you, they thinking this whole time he dead. They told his father he dead, but they know they sold him into slavery. The last thing on their mind is my brother done raised up in Egypt and he's ruling Egypt.
Yeah.
The last thing on your mind. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Army of Israel, Shalom.
No. And Joseph said, and Joseph knew his brother, and Joseph remembered the dream which he had dreamed of them, and said unto them, Ye are spies, to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said unto him, Nay, my Lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's sons.
We are who?
One man's sons.
That's where I wanted to go. We are all one man's sons. They not knowing they talking to one of his sons up there. Not knowing the whole time, proving to you that the ancient Israelites and ancient Egyptians were of the same skin color, man, skin tone. Whether it's dark, blue, black, almost down to a red bone, light skin brother. How we range and how we look today, same way. You understand? All right, go ahead.
It say we are all one man's sons. We are true men. Thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is not.
Drop that. I just wanted to go show that. I just wanted to go show they holding conversations with him. He right in front of him. He's directly related to these brothers. You understand? He's a son of Jacob. They thinking he an Egyptian. You see? He recognized them, but they can't recognize him. So physically, he had to blend in with the Egyptians. That's my whole point. You understand? And that still ain't popping scripturally if they look like they look today. You understand? Or archaeological. Now, right here is page 12. Going to Job 9:24. Right here is page 12 of the Picture History of Jewish Civilization. And if you look close, once again in Egypt, these are Israelites with yokes of irons around their neck. See that? Working hard in the wine press and all that. Israelites, these can't be normal Egyptians. They in their drawers. They're in their drawers doing manual labor. This ain't Pharaoh and them. Who was this? See, after Joseph died, the Israelites fell into slavery in Egypt. You understand? When you get into the book of Joshua, you see what I'm saying. They came up with subtle ways to enslave our people. You understand? And we had came to their rescue and help. It's crazy, man. All right, now this right here. In the caption, it says, the thousands of war captives. You say, dang, when we capture these captives? Read the book of Joshua. You'll see the evil scheming they had to do to capture us and make us slaves. And when I say they, I'm talking about them Kemet cats, the Egyptians, all right? It says, the thousands of war captives who were transformed into slaves made it possible for the Egyptian kings to implement their feats of engineering. Chained captives are shown on these painted clay facing plaques from a building erected by Ramses II in honor of the king's brave warriors in the period of the 19th dynasty, the Lavray Paris. And let y'all look at that again. Chained war captives. Read the book of Joshua on us going into Egypt, and you'll see exactly how we were captured in war and turned into slaves. Easy work. Come right into play with that Exodus chapter 1. All right. The bottom picture. Bottom picture down here. So look, you the one, the whole phrase working hard like a Hebrew slave came from how hard our forefathers worked in Egypt. Here they go, right here. Why you don't see Rabbi Silverstein and Yankel Fortenberg? Why you don't see none of them on here? Why you don't see none of them? That's you. Look at them nose and lips. That's all you. Now, and another question. What is this doing in a book called The Picture History of Jewish Civilization? See, they're going to name it like that because they know the Negro is going to walk right past that in the stores. And I don't even know how much these books cost now, y'all. I got them years ago. The truth is out so powerful now. A lot of these books are in the thousands of dollars now. Believe it or not. All right. The lower level, it says, the upper row of the painting from the tomb of Nahat at Thebes shows workmen gathering and pressing grapes. The wine was stored in tapered jugs, which bore inscriptions indicating the year, kind of wine, vineyard, proprietor of the vineyard, and the vine dresser. The bottom shows a hunter with a schnur. The shows a hunter, yeah, with a schnur. Here you go, right here. That's the bottom row. Them coming into the whole wine making process. See that? These are slaves. These are people in their drawers working. This ain't Pharaoh and them. Pharaoh and them ain't in they drawers stomping grapes to make wine.
No.
Why the ruling class don't do that? You're gonna use your slaves for that. Now, how do the slaves get mistaken for the Egyptians?
Or even the heathen. How could a heathen even make a movie and play the role of anybody?
Yes. All right, just the next page. Read that Job 9:24 for me. I'll read this next page too. Shalom Yakin in the building. Right, Watch Girl Goldstein, Yankel Fortenberg, Goldstein, Frankenstein. Trevor Frankenstein. Right? How do you steal a god? We was watching that last night on that movie. What's the name of that movie we was watching over last night?
The Counselor.
The first 20 minutes of the movie, The Counselor. Ooh. Yeah, very subliminal.
Yeah.
And he asked him, white boy asked him, how do you steal a god? And how the real Jews are purloined in the West.
Yeah, but you know, certain things is hidden, and certain things is pretty much right out smacking your face. This one of the situations that was smacking your face. Well, they say they deleted this part out of the movie, though, and if it was deleted, then this is the reason why it ain't in your face. But to see why it was deleted, it shows for sure what was in your face. It's not like they don't know. They know what it is. They have the history, and I mean, it's definitely out here. It's just us inside of Israel that have no understanding. We definitely show the lacking of understanding of us as a nation. When we see things like this, it was spit off his mouth so fluent. It's like it wasn't even. You almost want to check the person who wrote the director, who wrote the script.
Yeah, God.
You know what I'm saying? Because whoever that is who had this person playing that role, they definitely understand what it is. You know, you can see your true enemy then. You can look it right in the face of your enemy. Because they definitely know.
Yeah.
That movie that's called The Counselor.
How do you steal a god? He asked. Like, man, that's crazy. All right. Job 9:24, real quick, and we're gonna get back to this picture history of Jewish civilization. Sister Watch Girl says it's $280 on Amazon, new. Now then she say, sorry, not new, used. So this right here, maybe you had to get this used for $200, almost $300 now. I got this for $50 about 9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They know all this stuff coming out, man. Why did Steven Spielberg and Yankel Fortenberg ain't got where their ancestors in there? We talking about ancient, going back to antiquity, right? Who was that? What is these yokes of irons? What is these lips? Chain war captive or something. Working hard like a Hebrew slave. And that's something else they don't even say. Jewish folk don't say we working hard like Hebrew slaves because that's never been the case. You feel me? Your spirit testify about what's real, its origin. You understand? It's substance. It testifies of that.
Substance.
Yeah. Job 9:24, brother.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. It said, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
See, so I mean, sometimes you got to slow down. The earth is given into the hand. You control it with your hand, right? The earth has been given into control or authority of the wicked. Go ahead,
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges. The top judge is Yahweh. He didn't give all judgment to his son, Yahweh Shah the Messiah. It tells you in Corinthians that the saints gonna judge the world, that we even gonna judge angels. How has the wicked covered up the faces of the judges? By what? By his movies? By painting images of the Israelites to look like cavemen and cave women? It's just the truth.
No, even the fact that the things that you've done, they took the acknowledgement of that.
Yeah.
We come to find out a lot of things that was invented by our forefathers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at it then for its face value, the heathen did it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't know it was the Israelite behind the scenes for real who really did it.
Never knew, never considered. All right, so you done with now finish that. If not, where and who is? I think it is.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They say changes the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah.
If not, where and who is it?
And when we get into this other book, you're gonna see like all the nations back east understood the Israelites, whether it was Christ, the prophets, that all of them look like us, man. You understand? All right, this is page 13, A Picture History of Jewish Civilization. It says this is a model of a granary. Taxes were paid in produce, and the wheat collected in this way was stored in staged granaries scattered throughout Egypt. At the right, the taskmaster, you'll see him with his stick, right? The taskmaster, stick in hand, stands over the people to supervise their work. At the lower right, a clerk records the number of sacks of wheat being stored in the granary. National Museum, this is in Copenhagen. Who was this working so hard in an Egyptian, how you say that, granary?
Like some more slaves down there.
In their drawers. See the taskmaster up here?
Plantation.
I ain't nice like boss.
Yeah.
I ain't nice like boss. You feel me? All this, man. See, they know the Hebrew ain't gonna go look at most of this stuff because it don't appeal to them. You understand? Give me First Maccabees 3 and 48. We only got a few scriptures. I just wanted to show. You understand? Well, I just wanted to show a few things. All right.
The last picture looked like where Brew headed.
To the plantation.
Headed to the plantation.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is. We got all type of stuff in here, man. I'm actually passing up a few stuff. Right here, Mount Sinai. This is page 18. Moses. It's Mount Sinai. And you can look up the real Mount Sinai on YouTube. It's like an hour and 5 minutes long. Excellent. This right here is one of the oases in the wilderness of Sinai. The oasis served as a way station for the people on the long journey out of Egypt. From them trees and them pools of water he made in the middle of the desert, out of nowhere. There it is right there. Wilderness of Sinai. And we got many other things in here, man. I just want to show some of the, especially some of the new brothers and sisters. You know, you run into some of that, people be like, well, you know, ain't no proof. And there's actually plenty of proof.
Yeah.
This right here, page 28, it says an Astrakhan burnt pottery fragment bearing Hebrew inscription from 7th century BCE, found in excavations at Matsad Hashayahu, courtesy of Israel Department of Antiquity Museum. This piece got Hebrew writing on it going back to the 7th century BC. Right here. You feel me? So for us to be claiming there is no type of archaeological proof is actually a lack of research when you get down to it. I got one more I want to show real quick. And, in fact, go ahead and hit that. First Maccabees 3 and 48. You got all type of stuff, man. All you gotta do is be willing to look and it'll blow your mind. We're gonna hit us a couple more images before I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, we're in that First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48.
Yeah, I make sure y'all go order these books too. I mean, if they're affordable. All right, well, go ahead. What it say?
It say, and I'm gonna start from 47. It say, then they fasted that day. They put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their image.
You see that? So this ain't nothing new. This is back during the Greeks.
No doubt.
The Greeks were the first ones to start trying to paint themselves into our history.
Woo! And this is what it is. This is a good lesson that we can go off into, but it's gonna take some time to do it. But this is around the time when you have the Renaissance times, or after the Renaissance times, once that was established or the rebirth was established, then that's when you see all the new faces. You got all of the white King James, you got the white Christ, you know what I'm saying?
Then the 1500s, the 1492 on in.
Yeah.
The Renaissance.
Yeah, and that's when these things started to take place. And we can see where these things stem from when you're reading this, and they say that they had thought to change the faces or paint the faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what happened, man. You feel me? The Greeks were the first ones to start painting themselves into our records. You understand? So for us to believe that we don't have a rich history, for us to believe our stuff ain't documented, you got more documentation than anybody else of any other belief. You start bringing everything into my Dead Sea Scrolls, lost books, archaeology and all that. You got Josephus. You understand? You got actually more documentation than anybody of any other belief. Your stuff is well documented. You understand? It's well documented. The item preserved, you know what I'm saying, and left witness in the earth. All right, read that 48 again, and then I'm going to jump to this next book. All right.
I'll read that 48 again. Yeah. And they laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likenesses of their images.
Yeah. You see, the heathens thought to paint the likeness of their images. So now, when you think of the Most High God, you think of a white man. You think of what's the boy name on Gladiator? Marcus Aurelius. You know what I'm saying? You think of Julius Caesar when you think of the Most High. You understand? And not you being made in his image. You understand? You think of Jim Caviezel.
Michael Landon.
Yeah, Michael Landon. when you think of a Mashiach, when you think of a Messiah, that's when you think of. You understand? And not someone that looks like you, because you were made in his image. You understand? All right, next book. Excellent read, my brother. Next book, y'all can go get. Again, these are not comic books. I don't know how much they cost now, but when I got them, they wasn't that much. All right? Icons, Masterpieces of Russian Art by Olga A. What'd that say? How was it?
Polyakova.
Polyakova. Olga A. Polyakova. Y'all looked it up. Icons. Now, who is this brother on the front with just long beard and his Bible in his hand? Can't call him. Is he that color?
Not that.
Is this? Is he a white man? What you think, y'all? What do you think, yo? Is that a white man?
No deal.
No deal. Now, what the Russians know, you don't know. Ain't the Russians enemies of the United States? What they know that you don't know? Because his head covering may be white. You can get that off of white. Look at his beard. Look at his skin. And he got a Bible in his hand.
Some old Vladimir Putin read.
Yeah, Vladimir. Yeah, old short little Vladimir know what we talking about. Icons, masterpieces of Russian art. What they got in there? Because as a brother in the streets, this don't, this has nothing to do with me. I care less about Russia. I'm going through what I go through right now, right? Plus, I'm not a Russian. What I care about any of that? So they already know the brothers, for the most part, are not going to go look. You understand? But this history is out here, man. And you blow money on madness all the time. You're drinking and everything else you do. You blow money. We're going to start putting stuff up. You feel me? Because our short leggers need to have all this, man. Every bit of it. To where somebody run up and say, no, that's cute you got. No, it ain't cute. It's facts.
It's facts, definitely.
It's facts. Definitely. We can show you biblically, archaeologically, historically, how you want it. Well diverse over here, right? All right. This right here is page 56. It says the birth of the virgin. And this says beginning of the 17th century, man. It's right when you Negroes was about to get thrown into slavery on slave ships. Beginning of the 17th century, Central Russia, the birth of the virgin. This is the birth of Mary. And these are her parents, her father and her mother. I didn't paint it. What does it look like to you?
Man, it looks like Israelites to me.
I didn't paint it. I ain't painted. That's Mary as a baby, her daddy and her mama. Look at that afro. And then ask yourself, what is this doing in Russia?
In Russia.
Think about your perspective, how you view Russia. What Russia doing with black images of Israelites all over that deal?
They got different color paint.
They got a different color paint, but see what had happened was I ran out of paint. I had to paint everybody to look like these niggas, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all see that? Now on the right side, it's the expansion of the rest of the painting. Now you got everybody in here, not just Mary and her parents, but then look at the town, look at everything else. This is an expanded version of it right here. That's cool.
Raise a little bit more. People at the bottom. Yep. There it is. All Israel.
What about that? Now this is in Russia, y'all. He's like brother man from the 5th floor. Right. He didn't know until now. They know and don't care because they're empty inside. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. So when you get to talking about how we descend right out the scriptures, or we the ancient royal people of Israel, and people start trying to make fun of it, man. You understand? When you really do your research, it's more humbling than anything. You would think you'd be like, you think I told y'all? It really put a calm over you to be like, I'm really in the right thing. You understand? I mean, I'm supposed to be doing this, because once you can prove from every angle, now you're ready to rock. You can gain souls wherever you landed on this earth. You understand? They can get it from you from a biblical perspective, historical, archaeological, however you want it, you can get it. You understand? So remember the scriptures say, do the work of an evangelist, do what? Make full proof of your ministry. You see? Make proof of it. Matter of fact, grab it for me. 2 Timothy 4. 2 Timothy 4, I believe it is. Make full proof of your ministry, around verse 5 to 6. Not it may be a chapter back. All right, what else we got over here? Bang, 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 bang. Man, that's so much, man. You don't be knowing where to start. All right, this is right here, 1621 Dormition of the Virgin.
What is that in
2 Timothy 4. Make full proof of thy ministry, verse 5. 2 Timothy 4 and 5. What does it say, y'all?
2 Timothy 4, verse 5 say, but watch thou in all things.
Yeah.
Endure afflictions. Do the work of an evangelist.
Right.
Yeah. And make full proof of thy ministry.
Make full proof of thy ministry. So that's what we're doing here. Not just cute, we read the scripture. This is our life. You understand? We can prove from every angle, man. If you ask a so-called Irish man, he gonna run back his fathers for 1,000 years. Back to back to back, who they was, where they live, how long they live, and all that. We can't do none of that. So truly, we are lost. You understand? So when we go do the research and we start picking up books that were actually published when we was in chains, man. You understand? Before we was in chains and after we were in chains. You dig? That's how you start realizing, like, man, this got to be the truth.
No doubt.
You understand? Like, what they got to benefit from putting this out, and the niggas who it's pertaining to is locked up in the West. All right, these are some more pictures, the angels and the saints, and let y'all get the closer. Let me know how to do it, Ruby.
All right, yeah, you good right there.
Right there.
Just a little bit, but
Step
yeah,
up.
good. Yeah, get all the people up down there.
Step up.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Again, this is Icons, Masterpieces of Russian Art by Olga A. Polyakova. Real talk. There's two over here. I'll get a little close up now. Some angels, supposedly. They dark skinned. Like I say in Ezekiel 4. Matter of fact, read that for me. Ezekiel 40 and 3. The same scriptures. I know y'all, this is Israelite 101, but you never know how many new people we have amongst us. So we got to constantly, you know what I'm saying, go back. And it's good to be on the basics, man.
Well, it's definitely good to be at there because you know how many things get repeated in your mind? How many stores you finna go to and see Labor Day put up? You know what I'm saying? Getting you ready for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, you finna get ready for it. So it's repeated in your mind, you know what I'm saying, so many times. Just to get stuck there. So, you know, a lot of these conversations will have to be repeated also. Yeah. And a lot of times you skipped over just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was talked about last time, but you just didn't hear that much because you were stuck on something else you heard. You know what I'm saying? So going back over, man, I ain't heard that last time, or I understand something else just a little bit different. So it's always good to go. Because Ezekiel 40 and
3, I believe it is. Yeah.
It say Ezekiel 40 and verse 3, it say, and he brought me thither, and behold, there was a man whose appearance was like the appearance of brass.
Of who?
Of brass.
Brass is the derivative of brown, man. Brass. All right, go ahead.
With a line of flax in his hand and a measuring reed. And he stood in the gate. And the man said unto me, Son of man, behold with thine eyes, and heard with thine ears, and set thine heart upon all that I shall show thee.
Set thine heart upon all that I shall show thee. Even what he just saw from the angel. You dig? So look, all praise. I'm gonna get this next one. This next one is about Genesis 18, when the three angels or three messengers of Yahweh walked up on Abraham before they destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So this is page 70. All right, page 71 first. Let me know, bro.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, you lift up. Right there.
Now see that? That's Abraham on the ground. Remember they said he bowed? There was like three angels that walked upon him in Genesis the 18th chapter. Get on a deeper level, one of those messengers was a Mashiach. Yeah. But look at the skin on the angels and the man that's on the ground. Look at that. What is this doing in Russia? That's the question. The world know what you don't know. This is page 70 right here. Close up on these angels.
Russia. Bro, so it's his first time watching. Say, bro, I'm learning a lot.
Who said that?
Somebody on there.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. See? All praise is glory and honor. See, it's the appearance of brass. You see how dark skinned these so-called messengers look? Appearance of brass. Y'all see that? Brown. Always remember the angels call us brothers. The angels call us brothers. You understand? So all praise is glory and honor. We got some more, bro. Want to know the name of this book? Icons, Masterpieces of Russian Art. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat, brother. Pieces of Russian art. Wow. Y'all say this and show them to your short leggers and all that.
Straight up, say manipulation by Netflix.
Russian art, my bad. By OLGA. Hey.
Oh yeah, black man, white man, Chinese man, huh? Remember that old joke? Black man, white man, Chinese man. Watched it on Netflix. They made a movie. It was a black angel, an Asian angel, and a white angel.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Some more images, you know. It's all good, man. Why all the saints depicted looking like you? I thought it was a curse to look like you. Ain't what they teach? I was shot over there asleep. Boy, y'all ain't that by? Boy, burn the candle at both ends, boy. Oh, good, man. I don't know. This is going all over. Just look at this little joke up here, page 74. He on top of some type of synagogue or something. Brother with the afro. See? Yeah, I gotta look there. I don't know how much they cost right now, man. I don't know how much they cost right now, Hebrew. Back in the day, they wasn't that much. Now they probably some of this stuff in the hundreds. I mean, yeah, in the hundreds up to the thousands. I got a few. Bang, bang, bang. It's all over the place, man. You can't get around it. Now, this brother right here is supposed to be Philip the disciple that baptized the Ethiopian eunuch. Look at this brother right here. Bible in his hand. Philip the disciple. Long garment on. They said this deal right here is $189 on Amazon. I got this deal for about $50 back in the day. That's the Messiah right there. You got me on that one, Ruth.
Yeah, go ahead, lift it up a little bit. But bring it down, we can see that, yeah, you can see the top, the head. It's like it's written up.
Let me know.
Yeah, go ahead, lift it up. Let's start there.
That's the Messiah in John the 2nd chapter, or Luke the 2nd chapter, in the temple breaking off the scribes and them, and Joseph and Mary was looking for him. That's him right there. Look at the afro.
Go up a little bit.
Y'all see that?
12 years old.
12 years old.
Was it 12 at the time?
Yeah, breaking off the chief priests and the scribes. Remember, his father and mother was looking for him. See that? Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, what we can do is we can get some of these pages, y'all. We hit the copy on this mug. Take this mug. What's that? What's that little print spot?
What's that? What, Kinko's?
Kinko's. Yeah, take this deal to Kinko's, start copying some of these pictures on this deal.
Did y'all see that? Was that good? A good close up? Was that close for me, bro? Let me know if it's close enough for him.
I mean, but yeah, just bring it up just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Y'all pause the video when it's uploaded. Slowly look at this stuff, man. Big. All praises, glory, and honor. All right, we got more. We got more. It ain't over. I mean, it's so much to show, brother. There's so much to show. Look at the saints. Look at the brothers as depicted over here. Look at these brothers, man. Straight up. Straight up. There's so much. Help me with these other two on this other side. They can get them. Pictures of your ancestors painted in Russia. Right there. Y'all go get these books, man. All praise, glory, and honor. They say it's cute y'all reading the Bible. This right here, boy, they look like they out of Funkadelics.
Funkadelics.
Help me out, bro. Help me out.
Yeah. Up a little bit. Right there, yeah.
Supposed to be Mary's parents again. See them afros? All right, Parliament Funkadelics, don't they? Dang, boy. Dang, y'all got all this stuff? Yeah, brother.
What's those fringes in their garments?
I don't know. I don't see none. I don't see none on these. I got some brothers that got them on there. I don't see them in these, though. See that? Pictures of the Israelites. All throughout, all over Russia. This is icons. Picture history of, icons, masterpieces of Russian art. By OLGA POLYAKOVA. So it's like, copy that. Yeah, I've seen some fringes in some of these garments, though. Yeah, a couple more. It's supposed to be a Messiah right here. Picture of the Messiah as a young. He ain't got his beard. He look young, but you see they bowing down, kissing his feet. It did, but you see the afro. Let me know, bro.
Yeah, you're pretty good with that.
That's supposed to be Messiah as a young man sitting on the throne. As a young man sitting on the throne. Oh, this is Russia, man. That's the thing to me. Like, what you?
Now we don't know. Heathen fro got no circumference like that. And no type of circumference on no heathen fro.
Man, these is dark skin. Supposed to be angels. Braids. Dig. So it's plenty of research, y'all. It's so much it's off the chain. Dang, look at that. Look at the thrift stores. Yeah, thrift stores happen sometimes. Dang, what's those friends? Let's girl, I'm from NC and that other cultures. Real. Hallelujah. Last one I got, y'all. It's called Ancient Jewish Art. First one was Picture History of Jewish Civilization by CHARTWELL Books. Second one was by Icons, Masterpieces of Russian Art by OLGA POLYAKOVA. This last one is Ancient Jewish Art by GABRIELLE RAJNA. Look these up. And this is what I always just say, well, y'all don't got no tombs. I be hearing the Egyptologists always say that y'all ain't got no tombs. Ain't no archaeology to prove y'all was even heard. As if we just made up something, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's ridiculous.
Go ahead.
Like, you can't even, you got like the movie Indiana Jones. This is an old movie. But even in, what was that, The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones, I think they was looking for Hebrew artifacts.
They was looking for the Ark of the Covenant, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be talking about there's nothing there when it's all over your movies and stuff like that. Like, it's everybody knows about it. But you're looking for things that we not privy to just on an everyday basis. You know what I'm saying? It's not just some things that's in your face, some things that's not in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be some part of the land that's over there that you got Israelis over there just keeping guard of the land. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then what is the reason for it? You know what I'm saying? It stays up under tombs, mosque tombs and stuff like that. You know, unrevealed artifacts that they have. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's not there.
Man, these Negroes kill me. Like, look, y'all don't know where y'all granddaddies buried at.
No doubt.
For the most part. But you gonna come for thousands of years ago, where the graveyard at? Where the tombs? And on top of that, exhumation or exhuming bodies is a heathen culture. Nigga, we didn't get buried to get dug up 30 years later. So you can look at me.
Straight up.
That's a heathen culture. Hebrews, we bury our people and put them in the ground, man. Or put them in the sepulcher. And you don't mess with them until the resurrection.
No.
You understand? Like, that's dishonoring. If anything, y'all be so apt on honoring your ancestors. If anything, that's a disgrace. You understand? For Pharaoh to be in a museum somewhere with cotton stuffed up his rear end. That's an embarrassment. All y'all forefathers in museums with cotton up your rear end? Nah, bro, that's embarrassing, man. Bodies aren't buried to get dug back up so you can play around with them. You understand? And then put them on display for everybody to see you conquer them, man. That ain't what bodies are buried for. Bodies are returned to earth. You understand? And they await the earth or in the earth until the resurrection, period. So the fact that y'all even got this argument, like, where are your forefathers buried in? As if you finna go dig them up. That's evil, man. When I'm buried, leave me alone. Nigga, until the resurrection. Digging me up and putting me on display in a museum.
Right.
You understand? That's evil, man. We Hebrews bury your people and leave them at rest until the resurrection. That's all we got to do. That whole Egyptian culture is evil, man. The Pharaoh and them ain't get buried for you to dig him up later. That wasn't even in his beliefs. He thought he was going to ball in the afterworld.
Right.
All right, this right here is page 8, Ancient Jewish Art. Exhuming bodies. That's a point y'all got. All y'all seal clapping. We know what so-and-so buried at. They found so-and-so body. They found his bones and put him on display. You understand? That's embarrassing, man. So this is page 8. Since y'all say we ain't got no tombs. That's it right there. That's a sculptured timber panen from the catacombs known as Jehoshaphat's tomb. Jehoshaphat tomb, Kidron Valley, Jerusalem. Really? Now, Jehoshaphat was a king in Israel. Jehoshaphat. There was Jehoshaphat's tomb. He was an Israelite king. What's the problem? Oh, brother, I don't see his bones. That's going to be the next argument. And you ain't never seen your great-great-granddaddy bones or his grave marker. But the proof that he existed is what? You. The fact that we are breathing is the proof that our forefathers existed. That's it. But since y'all want to go see tombs, I want to show y'all a tomb. That's the tomb of Jehoshaphat Kidron Valley, Jerusalem to this very day. And they don't even cost that much. Hallelujah, 1995. Get it while you can. Get it while you can. We got a few more. We're going to get out here. This right here is in Hebron. It's called Tomb of the Patriarchs. Tomb of the Patriarchs. That's in Hebron to this day. Let me know, Ro. Tomb of the Patriarchs.
Lift it up a little bit so I can see the words. You might have to put some zoom in to see what the words is down at the bottom, but yeah.
Good. I just wanted to come on here and do something real quick for the family, man. Because I know there's a lot of new people coming to the belief. And people will try to play on you. Where are your tombs at, Ak? There ain't no research, Ak. Now, this right here, I'm finna show y'all, finna shut everything down. All right, this right here is the catacombs of Bnei Hazir with the tomb of Zechariah, Kidron Valley, Jerusalem. And look, this ain't even just Zechariah's tomb. The entire, I'm talking about back behind the picture is all littered with catacombs, tombs, and all that extra stuff. Now look at that. Now. Let me know, Ro.
Yeah, lift it up just a little bit. I might try to open the whole book up. Yeah. But check that out.
Let me know.
Yeah, you good.
Right there?
Yeah.
It ain't just Zechariah's tomb right there in the front. Look in the background. Look in the background. Look at all them tombs back there. What you mean there ain't no proof that we ever existed if you ain't never seen our tombs, man? That's the tomb of Zechariah with many more Israelite tombs in the back. Y'all see that? Let me know. That's the tomb of Zechariah right there. The prophet. Wow. Wow. They talk crazy, don't they? I ain't got no proof. You Israelites. See pyramid structures on top of the tombs. How we know how to build pyramids? What's going on? I didn't build no pyramids. Was in the Apocrypha. Do we in the Maccabees? This is in the first or second Maccabees. First chapter 13. It's either in chapter 13, first Maccabees 13, or it's in second Maccabees 13. You'll see something about pyramids being built. What about the wind? It too is unseen. That's right, sister. All right, aerial view of Masada. Have you ever heard of Masada? The last holdout before Israel fell, Jerusalem fell to the Romans. Look me up a little bit, Ro. Look me up, Ro.
All right, yep.
The aerial view of Masada, the last Israelite holdout when he was banging against the Romans before Jerusalem fell to the Romans. That's the aerial view of Masada. So Masada actually existed. Masada means fortress in Hebrew. Masada actually existed. Yeah. What y'all mean ain't no archaeology and no history? We got it all. We got it all, man, and many more. Many more. All right, this right here is the tomb of Absalom. Who was Absalom in the Bible? Who knows? Who was Absalom? Absalom was the son of David, King David, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? So if Absalom got a tomb and Absalom lived, that means who else lived? That means King David ain't a myth either. Wow. Wow. What you got?
I also see one.
Did you got it?
I always say something about Jonathan. Jonathan, yeah, okay.
About pyramids and all that? Yeah, that's it. That's first Maccabees 13.
13.
What verse?
I was started 25. It said, then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan, his brother, and buried them in Modin, in the city of his fathers. And all Israel made great lamentation for him and bewailed him many days. It says Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father.
What kind of monument he built on the sepulchre of his father?
It say, and his brethren, and raised a loft to the site with huge stone behind and before. He say, moreover, he set up 7 pyramids.
7 who?
7 pyramids.
What y'all mean Hebrews ain't build pyramids? How he know how to build pyramids? because he's descended from the same brothers that were in Egypt. 7 pyramids. Now look at this pyramid on top of this sepulchre right here. We reading it in the Bible, and I'm showing you archaeological proof of Israelites putting pyramids on top of their tombs.
Yeah.
You understand? At what point is it you got to call a spade, man? Read that part about the pyramids again, my brother.
You say, moreover, I'm gonna go to 27. It says, Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father and his brother, and raised it aloft to the site. Raised it aloft. I guess that means raised it up high to the site, and hewed stones behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brothers.
Y'all see, I just want to show that real quick. All right, this right here is page 32, Ancient Jewish Art by Gabrielle said RAJNA, page 32. It said funerary moment known as Absalom's tomb, Kidron Valley, Jerusalem. Look at this here. So they didn't discover the tomb that Absalom, the son of David, is buried at? Well, if Absalom lived, that means David, his father, lived.
Had to.
Let's take it on back. That means Jesse, his father, lived.
Oh.
Let's go on back. That means Judah lived. That means Jacob lived. That means Abraham lived. Let's go on back before the flood. That means Shem, Noah, all them lived. You are the proof that your forefathers existed, in other words, man. These Negroes and this Kemet madness is trying to say, well, where the tombs at? And we provide the tombs. Now what's going to be the argument? We got to go in there and examine them. Ain't none of you Negroes got no pickaxes and going and digging up nothing. You got to get funded to do that. It is what it is. All right, so we got that. I'm going to show just a few coins right here. When we was going to war with the Romans, we had to mint our own coins. That's one thing. You Negroes talking about a revolution. You still ain't got you ain't still minted your own money.
Money.
See that? We had to mint our own coins, man. How the hell you gonna win any war and you fighting them with his money? Don't make sense. And they still lost. Still lost. They did, but at least they had enough sense to understand we ain't gonna be able to defeat this heathen, this Roman, using his money. It's impossible.
Well, what Mr. McDowell say on there coming to America? I say a man got his own money. A man got his own money.
God, now on the flip side, this is where the Romans, to commemorate them coming against us, they minted their own money. This right here says Judah captive. This is a coin that still can be found today. Judah captive, meaning they just took Judah into captivity. The Romans did. That's a Roman peeing on a sister, man. While she's sitting up under this willow tree. These heathens. Real talk, man. All right, you know, some Israelite art when you're dealing with limestone and all that. Ancient Israelite art. You see the lilies. You fur across the board, man. You can't be afraid to bring nothing out that's true. Let me know. Let me know, bro.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it weird. Israelite artwork. You see the lilies. Some of y'all scared of them 6 points, but there go the 6 points on there. Let's be real. It's Israelite artwork. All right. I got one more I want to show you about the brother. Here come Moses. Show y'all something about Moses. Jewelry. I think that's in the 70s, man. Show y'all something real quick about the Hebrew Moses. We're going to close out. I just want to show the Israelites this right here. Page 72. The Exodus from Egypt, the crossing of the Red Sea, West Wall, Upper Register. What y'all mean it's not recorded in Egypt, man? Like you went and searched every square inch of Egypt.
No doubt.
This Negro today in America talk like he done been all over the world as if he been funded to do some research. Like he finna go dig up something and like he got a lab and finna go throw some bones and test for some DNA. Any of y'all banging on DNA still depending on the findings of who you call the white man when you done talking. Research, right? This right here is this is Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Western Wall. recorded. Look at Moses, dark skin, afro. Y'all see that?
What?
Huh? Now this is called ancient Jewish art. Why we ain't seen nothing about Yankel Fortenberg yet? Everybody look like you, don't they?
Yeah, let me see that.
Look up.
No, on the other side of the page.
This page right? Over.
Yeah.
What about that? All these in these books. And the Negro rather just play around, man. The Negro rather just play around. So all praises, glory, and honor, man. Just wanted to come on with the family real quick and show them some, and that's brief, man. We got so much more. Even on the front of this Josephus right here, it show that same coin, Judah Capital. That Roman pissing on that sister, man. The Israelite sister sitting down, the Roman peeing on them. The coin say Judah Capital. They had to commemorate their defeat over us for taking us into captivity. They made coins. We made coins too. You understand? Now, once you know all that, then other stuff ain't hard to realize. Like, who was that? King James the Sixth and the First and the reunion of Christendom. It was like other stuff ain't hard to accept at that point. There ain't a white man.
No doubt.
See? Other stuff. This is granddaughter, Charlotte Sophia. Everybody knows she wasn't no white woman. Well, who was her grandfather? King James, the Sixth of Scott. The First of England. You understand? This is something else I end up getting to, man. I'm about to turn into this. The Negro question, part 6. The 13 who cut black colonies. Ooh, he's gonna be some hurt feelings behind that one.
Yeah.
Because contrary to popular belief, just because somebody got dark skin don't make them righteous, man. You understand? There's a lot of dark skin, our forefathers that ruled Europe, and a lot of them was evil. You understand? It just is what it is. So we just wanted to come on real quick and show y'all, especially for any other new brothers and sisters who may be getting pressure because the so-called Kemet movement got you thinking ain't no proof and no archaeology. That's false. That's a lie. We just not well versed in the scriptures, even though that's our source. We even go use resources. Feel me? Ancient Jewish Art by Gabrielle said Reggie. Go look it up. You did? Icons. Masterpieces of Russian art by OLGA, POLYAKOVA. These ain't comic books, man. Go ahead and order them. I dare you. It'll blow your mind. Say, man, look at all this. What the Israelites looking like you and his heathens that painted them? That's the question. And this right here, Picture History of Jewish Civilization. Let me go ahead and put it on the title page again for the family. Picture History of Jewish Civilization. Can they see that rule? Yeah. By Chartwell Books Incorporated. See? So it's all facts, y'all. From an archaeological standpoint, historical standpoint, it's just the truth. So you are the chosen seeds, you are the chosen people of the Most High Yah. You understand? And when you have a rich history, you got the most documented history. You got more history documented than these so-called Egyptians, these Kemet Negroes, and they claiming the world go back trillions of years. Where are your records at? Where are your records at? And then you boasting about a culture, most of y'all can't even read the language. How you know that ketchup stain mean Pleiades? How you know that? What reference are you using? You see? So never let no one feel ashamed or have you feel ashamed, you understand, of the truth. Truth is the truth. From a biblical standpoint, we can go into history, we can go into archaeology, and it's all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. In name and honor of his only begotten beloved son. It's been an honor serving y'all. You understand? Go get them books. Right on for y'all prayers and support. Anything you want to say, Hebrew?
Yeah, I just want to say shalom to the family. Hey, it was a pleasure just coming in here and having a little bit of time to even converse with some of the family and
that's right.
Get just a little bit of understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, creator, owner, and possessor of all things. Honor and glory of his only begotten beloved son, who's currently sitting at his right hand right now as we speak. I want to shout out my big trucker. I seen you on here, Hebrew. May the Most High bless you. I know you're going through it physically, y'all, but faithful is he that called you. I want to shout out my she-brew queen. I know who I am. She always messing with us on her, but mad love for Dre, Mikael Ben Yisrael, Eliyahu Gabor, Beat Yah, my sister, and all the brothers and sisters, man. I hope I ain't missed anybody. You understand? But y'all stay focused out here. We got more lessons coming, more interviews coming. Your line, what it do, Hebrew? Let me go on back up. My sister Pop. How could I leave out my sister Poppy Shoe? Yeah. What's up, Poppy Shoe? Knife and cake. That's what we named you. Yeah, the knife and the cake, she broke.
We're asking people today.
So all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, and pray for those. Pray for Israel, man. Even if Israel despitefully use you, pray for them. Forgive them for they know not what they do. All right, to the next time. Y'all be with us all.
Yahoo.
Yahoo. Shalom. Yeah, Hebrew. That's a little quick look, you know.
Yeah. Nice little jab.
Yeah. Get her done real quick. Around this group to the slavery.
Yeah, I like to turn her ways a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
The stab and jab.
If I'm gonna take him to the gig now.